Medusa.
Yeah, straight up filled the gas tank.
How much oil did you put in there, Jamie?
The calculation, 4.5 gallons.
It's supposed to hold.
It's a 2-gallon system.
It's all my fault.
I thought you were gonna add a couple of extra quarts.
I thought you added up 2
Not a couple
extra
extra
gallons. I didn't know gallons were in the vocab. Where does oil go?
How much goes?
Hey guys, you have really good pressure on this pump. Like, it straight up was a whole stream. Like, I'm talking like continuous finger width half-inch stream with force. Like, I heard the thud. Like, it thudded against it.
It is a lot.
Everyone did it. I didn't tighten some screws and bolts, and you know, you put all of Saudi Arabia's oil in your engine.
This is what happens at the end of a
long build
like this. Is you always have stupid shit. And you're like, oh yeah.
It's a learning thing.
I'm a fucking.
No, it's more or less like I have no more brain power.
Day 7, the car starts.
Woo!
She lives.
Minimal amount of oil everywhere. Jamie can tell you what she did.
I overfilled the tank.
By how much? Insert photo here. We'll just say there's a bucket involved and like this much.
Probably like 2 gallons.
Gallons, guys, not quarts, gallons.
And then what else? Fuel that got everywhere. One of the lines. Yeah.
All the blood, all the liquids, all the stuff.
That's about it.
But yeah, other than that, turns over. We're gonna get to break in on the dyno, get that all set up. We have one small vacuum leak unit fixed. Yeah, so we're gonna put it up on the trailer and head back. And
yep, and thanks to Josh at Flat Out Automotive.
it was a little bit more than we thought it was gonna be, but
it's like scale of difficulty 1 to 10.
it's like 100,000 for at least thought process. All the plug and play parts were good.
Yeah.
It's just the routing everything and getting everything to play nice with each other.
Yeah.
$600 in fittings.
$600 in fittings
And hoses.
that we were not expecting.
Yep.
But that's always fun.
It's okay.
But yeah, exactly.
We
Race
got
car
it done. That's what we do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Whatever challenges come our way, we just get it done.
Plow through it.
Yep.
Even though it hurts.
Yep.
3 a.m. mornings.
Yep.
Sweet, but
All right. See ya.
enjoy it.
When you're installing a dry sump, what are the things that we
We didn't really get the routing the way we wanted to, like, because we didn't realize how in depth and not plug and play it was. We had to go find fittings and hose and the amount of making brackets for the tank itself, figuring out where we're gonna put the tank that was usable, that wasn't gonna be that was out of the way. So yeah, the bracket, we got the wrong year, so we had to switch out the AC bracket that holds the
external pump
as well as the alternator, so that it worked together. So little things like that, just making sure we had to check a lot of little boxes that we weren't aware of.
Yeah, the instructions weren't the clearest on how it all went together, and for example, it never mentioned which oil filter we needed to use for the remote oil filter location, so I had to call and figure that out. What else? Red Loctite for the set screws on the actual sprocket that fits on the external oil pump. There's no instructions on that portion. What else? Oh, the block itself. The IAG block.
Yeah, there's multiple ways. We kind of found out how to put or take the oil from the pump into the engine galley. We decided that the most logical way for us would be to tap the block for a 1/2-inch MPT fitting for a -10 to go in. We're coming to find out there may be some block off plates. We're still looking because there's a light seepage that we have of oil, but I mean, it's kind of each person has their own flavor.
Yeah.
Who knows what is right?
Right, and for us it was just the quickest way because we were on a time crunch, so
Yeah.
we didn't have time to research and order parts and stuff. We're just like, what is the quickest way? Can we get this oil to
Yeah.
stop flowing from one hole and go down another hole?
Yeah,
so.
pretty much redirecting that. Yeah, so
Okay.
those little things. Purchasing a internal oil pump when we really didn't need to. We at least were able to return that.
Yes, you don't need it.
You don't need it, but you do need something to stop the oil from coming out and then is going,
Yeah.
and then is being pushed into the direction.
Yeah, Roger
it needs.
Clark Motorsports, they sell it looks like a faux internal oil pump that just literally just blocks it off. We just gutted our old one out of our old engine and use it for the same thing.
And that block off plate actually has tube routing for the oil system itself, so you can actually plug in your AN fittings right into that block off plate, and you don't have to do any tapping.
Yeah.
Or have a external oil pump filter.
Yeah. But it's interesting though, like different companies do different things. So Roger Clark, they go off of a sprocket on the timing belt to move their pump versus ARE
does crank.
Exactly.
Which I feel like the crank is a little bit more suited for,
that kind of torque, I guess.
that kind of, it's meant to have items on it, so a little sprocket that's underneath the timing belt cover just really doesn't sound like a...
It made us
viable.
nervous, so that's why we didn't go with that one, because we're like, I don't know how I feel about this, so yeah. And also, again, budget too, like the Roger Clark one is more expensive than the ARE one, but
But it does have like 10 times less hose.
Yes, yeah. I think that system is easier. It looks easier to plug in than maybe ours. But
Yeah. And the other part, like the way we have it mounted, we come to realize that we needed a extra valve. So we got a solid state solenoid to be able to turn on with the ignition the oil, so that when we shut down the vehicle, it actually allows no oil to pass through, so it doesn't fill up the galley.
Yeah, because right now our engine is filling up with oil on the first chamber on the driver's side, and now the oil's leaking past through the valves into our header, so of course it's leaking through there. So yeah, Nate just installed it. And
Yeah, it took a second. I mean, it's not perfect yet. Like, everything is, in evolution, so we'll figure it out from there.
as we listed all the cons, now the pro is that we have consistent oil pressure and it's really good oil pressure. So now when I, going around corners and, getting those G's, I shouldn't be losing any oil pressure. The engine should always have the same consistent oil pressure throughout. So,
And we can monitor better the oil quality, because with the catch can we can see what's going on. We can actually add, and it's easier to do the oil itself. And we have a little bit more clearance on the bottom side of the engine bay, so
yeah.
more goodies we could put anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Now it's easier to get the jack underneath it, because now the oil pan's not in the way. So, okay, and that concludes the dry sump pros and cons.
Air horn insert here. Wah, 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 wah.